at 6, a granddad from a Chicago suburb has been asking for us to help him find his car. Leonard Faircloth had flown in to buy the 8-year-old Lexus SUV in Virginia, and he decided to show his granddaughter the sights in D.C. before heading home. He parked it in an underground garage, only to realize when he went back that he didn't have the address. Bruce LeShan talked to him via Skype.
D.C.'s crisscrossing streets can be confusing for anyone, but even more so for a 71-year-old handyman from the Chicago area, taking his 9-year-old granddaughter to see the Capitol.
I'm just frustrated right now.
Leonard Faircloth bought a 2009 Lexus RX 350 like this one from a dealer in Arlington on July 3rd. On the 4th of July, he drove it into the city to see the fireworks. He says he parked it in an underground garage somewhere in these two circles, which encompass scores of parking garages.
It's so confusing there.
He did get a receipt from the parking attendant, only to realize later that it was a generic one with no address on it.
And I thought I looked at the sign and remember the two streets, but obviously I didn't.
After leaving the garage, he and Jaylene walked a while, made several turns, and then took this picture at Madison and Pennsylvania Avenue. He stopped at a drugstore on 14th Street. He even has a receipt.
I went to the CVS to get some teeth powder.
Jaylene took this picture on Freedom Plaza, and they spent some time admiring the White House. But when they went back for the car, Faircloth realized he had no idea where it was. They spent the next 3 days looking for the garage.
We drove Sunday for maybe 3 hours, and I was just getting a little frustrated, and it didn't look like we were going to find it.
They flew home to Illinois that night.
I don't know when, but I will find it.
Surprise! They did just about an hour ago. This morning I suggested to Faircloth that he go into his Android phone, this is the iPhone, but go into an Android phone and check what's called location history. Google actually tracks your movements and keeps a record of them. A couple of hours ago, with the help of his daughter, he figured that out. They just called Nation Parking on 17th Street, right by Lafayette Park, and they have the car. Makes you feel good sometimes to be a reporter,
and
right?
you're doing some good today. This poor guy.
I was really sad. I mean, it's been a week. And they finally found it.
That is fantastic. Well, I guess sometimes it does help to be tracked every now and then, right? All right.
This time it did.
This time it did.